Hello there, and welcome to Voices of Parenting podcast with me, your host, Mussi Diskin, where we talk about all things parenting, relationship, and nurture heart approach. For our regulars, welcome back. I know we had a little break here, and I have had to put a pause on interviews with other people. So for the next little while, I'm going to give you little special episodes with different recordings, some of which are me responding to specific question or topic, and some are recordings of the group coaching continued education classes that I give. Special sneak preview for you to get a feel of what we do in those classes, and I hope you enjoy. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that is very real once we start to really lean into intentional parenting, intentional teaching, intentional relationships that can really, once we're trying to connect on that heart level, like this often is the next question. It's not about the how, it's not about the details, but it's about the actual application, which is that oftentimes, especially in situations that we care about, we are held back by our own emotional response, by our own fear, worry, anxiety, panic, imposter syndrome. And it holds us back from doing all the things we know, like could be you read the book cover to cover and you totally know, everything about it, and listen to every podcast and, you know, went to CTI, but ultimately it's information. When you're in that relationship, when you're in that moment and you really want to help that person in front of you, you really want to connect with them, you really want to see them, you really want to have that heart to heart, that fear comes up. And honestly, it doesn't have to be fear. It could be any visceral response, any response in your body, any response in your emotions that comes up and stops you, resists, shows resistance. So the direction I want to take you in today is understanding that, we talk in Nurtured Heart about the intense child and how the intense child actually, the world says, or our kind of knee-jerk reaction to the intense child is like, oh my gosh, way too intense. We've got to make this less. We've got to change this. We've got to get rid of the intensity so that the rest of them can blossom. And Nurtured Heart is like, wait a second, whoa, why are we medicating this intensity? Why are we trying to get rid of this intensity? This intensity is their greatness, the very thing that's propelling them into being the, monsters or difficult children or whatever it is that they're presenting as. That very intensity is their unique life force that the world needs. And so let's harness it. Let's actually bring it out in them in wonderful ways, in great ways. Let's have them partner with it in great ways. And so in my in my own inner experience, what comes up for me is my inner intense child, is when I have resistance, when I have fear, when I have imposter syndrome, when I feel like I can't, when I feel shut down, when I feel any sort of resistance. To me, that's my intensity in that moment. And just like with the intense child, that intensity ultimately is an opportunity for me to become ever more powered up and fueled to stand in my greatness, whatever that looks like. So where I might see the fear as the thing that's stopping me, or whatever it is, the resistance as the thing that's in the way, as the problem, the shift here is to actually see that as a gateway, as a portal to something that's available to me that is going to be a gift. I don't know how yet, but I want to embrace it and I want to harness it. And so what that looks like is that instead of trying to find outer solutions or minimize it, I become like a bulldozer where I'm just going to nothing can stand in my way and I'm just going to do this anyway. I'm going to push through it and force myself, or just run away, shut down, do things in a very shut down way, do things in a very external way where my heart's totally not engaged, totally not there. And aside from the brilliance of what I think Nurtured Heart brings to the conversation, where the intensity and the resistance is going to be actually a gift and my greatest treasure. Even on a much lower level than that, our hearts don't compartmentalize. Our heads know how to do that, but our hearts don't. Our hearts are just truth and connection and integration and wholesomeness. So when I shut down a part of my heart's experience, my heart doesn't know how to then just let me have the other part of the experience. It just shuts everything down. So if I'm not going to have the part of my heart that's feeling resistance and fear engaged and a part of my life, then I'm also not going to have any of my heart. I'm not going to have any of the love. I'm not going to have any of the connection. I'm not going to be present with my whole self. It's going to just be for my head. So even just on that level, harnessing the fear is a wonderful thing. But more than that, what I'm adding to the table, to the conversation, what I'm offering, what I'm inviting you to explore is this idea that the very thing that I feel like is in my way, what if that's the very thing I need to be able to do what I want to do? What if it's here on purpose in this moment because it's what I need, because it's the perfect thing? And that's what I want to believe. And that's what I want to pursue, is what is this gift that I'm getting in this moment? What is this perfectly divine orchestrated intensity, and why is it here? So what it looks like is, again, like I was saying, instead of looking for solutions outside of me, instead of looking for ways to medicate it, to put it down, to get over it, I actually want to go into it. I actually want to explore it. I actually want to ask it with curiosity and openness and love to say, hi, welcome fear, welcome intensity, welcome resistance. Don't know why I'm glad you're here, but I think I'm going to be glad you're here. Like, I am glad you're here. For me, at this point, even if I haven't done the process yet, I am glad that the resistance is here, even though I also hate it at the same time, because I know I'm going to be so much better for it once I harness it. It's going to fuel me. It's going to be super powerful. And so what I'd like to do now with the rest of our time is I would like to actually walk you through what that process looks like, to actually invite you to go inwards. And when I say enter the feeling or enter the experience, what I'm talking about. So I don't know where you're sitting right now or what you're doing right now. Best would be pause this episode and come back to this when you can sit somewhere comfortable with your eyes closed and really be present with your body, because it's going to be a mixture of a meditation, visualization, and breathing. So assuming that you are in a place where you're ready to listen to this, and obviously however you listen to this is your choice, whether or not you're in a comfortable position. But I'm going to invite you to find your body in space right now, because the idea is that my body's experience and my heart's experience can't be felt through my head, through thought. It actually can't be thought through. It has to be felt. If I want to find what it is that's here resisting me, I have to find it in where it is, in my heart, in my body. So I want to help my brain find my body and be in my body so that I can really harness all of this energy, so that I can really harness this whole experience. And actually, everything in the world is energy. So whatever's coming up for me, any resistance, any emotion, any fears, it's all energy. So to harness energy, I need to be able to feel the energy. I need to be on that energetic level of experience. So that's really what I'm doing. I'm inviting you to find your body. I'm inviting you to find your felt sense in Peter Levine somatic language. I'm inviting you to find your body's experience. So to start, where are your feet? Can you feel the ground underneath your feet? Can you feel the feeling of your foot touching the ground? Can you feel your sit bones sitting on the chair or bed or couch, wherever you're sitting? Can you feel the contact? What does your skin feel like against maybe the layers of clothing, and then the support of the seat you're sitting in? What does that support feel like? Can you feel that holding you? You know, gravity is pulling me down. Gravity wants me to just fall down, 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 down to the core of the earth. And I'm not. The chair is holding me. The chair is keeping me up. Can I feel that hold? Can I feel that space? Can I feel that comfort of knowing that I'm safe, that I'm here, that I'm being held? Can I feel my body here? Can I feel the temperature of my body? Can I feel the air against my skin? Can I feel how my body feels right now? And I want to invite you to start to incorporate your breath. So as I'm breathing in, I want to try and really experience the air, the oxygen coming up through my nose, up through my nostrils, and down my throat and into my torso. I want to experience the expansion that happens. My lungs are expanding as I breathe. My chest is physically expanding because there's air coming into it. I want to feel how that feels. I want to become aware of that experience. So I'm actually experiencing myself, me in this moment, expanding. So my experience is actually becoming bigger. Me is becoming bigger. I am taking up more space. And as I exhale, I kind of sink into the chair, into where I'm being held. And I find myself being supported, being held, and I can kind of like let go and sink into this safety of knowing that I'm not falling through space and I'm not flying away. I do have gravity holding me down, and I have the chair keeping me safe and here. And as I breathe in, I feel my experience expand, and I feel the fullness of my experience. Here I am. This is me. This is it. This is this moment. All I have is this moment. This is where I am. And as I'm here, I invite my consciousness to just become aware of what is rising in my body. So maybe I am already feeling something that is why I started this breathing in the first place, that fear, that resistance. Maybe that's what's biggest. Maybe that's what's loudest. I want to find that. I want to find that in my body. I want to find where it comes up. Is it in my chest? Is it in my throat? Is it in my stomach? Is it in my fingers? Is it in my arms? What do I feel here? And maybe it's completely unrelated and super surprising. Like I just feel this like pinging in my forehead. I don't know. And I don't need to know. And this is not about knowing. This is about receiving a gift that I believe is in the intensity that's been presented to me. So this is about openness to whatever that gift looks like. So, hi, where are you? And as I enter the experience of whatever it is that I'm experiencing, that resistance, that fear, that emotionality, or that maybe that shutdown, that numbness, that tingling, that physical sensation, a temperature change, a knot in my stomach, whatever it is, I want to really kind of enter it as if I was entering a room, almost as if I'm walking down a dark hallway and there's a door that's open just a crack. So I see the light coming through and I want to just push the door open and peek my head in and see what's behind that door and maybe even walk inside and look around. So that sensation I'm feeling, that resistance I'm feeling, that emotionality I'm feeling, that physical sensation I'm feeling, that's that crack of light. And it's like, I want to just go over, follow the breadcrumbs, follow the path, and just open up that door just a little bit more and just peek my head in. Hi. Hello. What do you have? What are you? What's here? I'm curious. I'm just asking. I'm not analyzing. I'm not pathologizing. I'm not figuring out why it's here or where it comes from. I just am curious. Hi. What do you have? Well, what is it? What is it that's here? I'm just walking in. And so I like to visualize that instead of my lungs breathing and expanding with every breath, I like to visualize that I'm breathing into the space in my body where I feel the intensity. Almost like when you blow into a balloon and the balloon grows bigger. And if there's a little picture on the balloon or a logo on the balloon, it grows and becomes bigger as you breathe in. I'm breathing into the resistance, or I'm breathing into the fear. I'm breathing into the experience. And I'm just allowing that experience to expand. I'm allowing that experience to grow. I'm allowing myself to fully feel it. I'm allowing it to flood my body. And if my body completely shuts down and goes numb, then it means my body doesn't feel safe feeling that level of intensity just yet. And then I breathe in the numbness and I embrace the numbness and I embrace the beautiful power of my body and the greatness of my body to be able to prevent me from feeling something that it's not ready to feel. I honor my body for knowing that it was too much and that it's not ready yet and that we can come back to this another day. And I just breathe into that numbness and to that shutdown, and I can own that intensity, the beautiful intensity of protection, the beautiful intensity and greatness of no matter what, I'm going to protect you. No matter what, I'm not going to let you feel things that are dangerous. I'm not going to let you feel things that you're scared to feel. I'm going to hold you. I'm going to protect you. That's beautiful self-love. Maybe put in the wrong place. Maybe we've learned that we have to shut down in order to feel safe, and maybe I don't want to shut down anymore, but I want to embrace what's here. And if what's here is self-protection, wow, look at that advocacy for my safety. Look at that warrior protection mode that I can go into. And if I'm not shutting down and I am able to really enter this space of intensity and feel it fully, I really want to allow it to take over my body. And maybe my body is going to start to sway or rock or shake, and maybe it will spread to a different part of my body or change the sensation. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm letting it lead. It's your turn. Hi, I see you, fear. I see you, resistance. Here's the microphone. Here's the spotlight. It's your turn. I want you to be in charge. You tell me. I've been running from you for so long. I'm sorry. I don't want to run from you anymore. I want to see you. I want to hear you. What's here? Maybe I might see a version of myself, maybe an inner child version of myself, maybe a younger version of myself, maybe a memory. Maybe I'll see a vision of something outside of me, or maybe I will just feel big feelings and tears will come. Whatever comes, that's what's meant to come. That's what's on the agenda. Whatever is here is the intensity, is the energy that I'm going to harness, that I'm going to use to propel me forward. That is my gift today. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, fear. Thank you for being here, resistance. Thank you for being here, little girl or boy, if I'm having a vision of an inner child. Thank you for being here, passion, anger, whatever. Welcome. And every breath I'm inhaling, I'm expanding that space. I'm expanding that experience. I'm allowing that experience to wash over me. Now, you might want to pause this recording and stay here for longer. You might want to take time to really allow this to really take the mic and the spotlight for a while and watch where it goes and watch what it wants to tell you and be there for it. Be there for whatever it wants. Maybe it wants a hug. Maybe it just wants to sit and cry and be held. And so I want to honor that. For the purpose of this recording, I'm going to move into the next step. So I'm really fully feeling whatever's here, and I've completely experienced its energy. I'm feeling it on its energetic level. I'm experiencing the surge, the power, the passion of this energy. And now I want to incorporate the millions and trillions of connections from my circulatory system to my heart. Every single cell in my body is connected to my heart through a vein, through an artery, through a passageway of flow that it wouldn't be able to exist or stay alive if it wasn't connected. So I'm going to start to incorporate those many channels, those many straws, and literally like viscerally feel as I'm breathing in, I am sucking up this gorgeous intensity that maybe doesn't feel gorgeous. Maybe it feels very black and very dark, but it's forceful. It's life force. It's power. It's energy. I'm breathing it up into my heart. I'm breathing it up through the channels of these straws of my circulatory system right up into my heart. So now my focus is on my heart. Now my awareness is on my heart. And maybe I even want to put my hands on my heart to help me. And I'm breathing up through these straws. And I'm breathing in this force, this energy right into my heart. And I'm filling up my heart almost like my heart is a bucket. And I'm collecting fruit in an orchard and putting all the fruit into the bucket. I'm collecting all the intensity in my body and filling up my heart with it. Come on in, everybody. Come on in, fear. Come on in, imposter syndrome. Come on in, resistance. Come on in, inner child. Come on in, everybody. You all have a seat at the table. So glad you're here. I'm just breathing in this energy, and I'm beginning to feel as I'm breathing in, because my chest is expanding, and I can feel that expansion, the force of this energy in my heart. And as I'm breathing in, I start to keep my awareness in my heart and start to almost mix all those fruit together, all those ingredients together. As I breathe, it's like my heart is mixing, like a composter machine, composting all of these ingredients, all of this stuff that maybe was bad or good or who knows what. Now it's just part of the recipe. I'm just mixing it all together. I like to visualize a butter churner, and I'm churning the heavy cream, and I'm thickening and thickening and deepening, and it's becoming richer and thicker as I mix. Just the force. How forceful, how deeply can your heart, am I willing to feel the force of this power that's in my heart, to feel the force of this energy? And as I'm mixing, I begin to ask my heart, and it's not really an asking like asking a question on a test. It's really a listening. It's really a listening and a looking in my heart. What is the truth of what I really, really want? What is the truth of what I really believe? What is the truth about me? What is the truth about who I really am? About what I really stand for? I'm just listening for that I am statement, for that I am the greatness of. Sometimes the words don't even sound like they mean greatness. Sometimes the words don't even make sense or don't encapsulate the feeling fully, but English is a language that's limited, and that's okay. But it's about really feeling and seeing that bottom line. That's, what am I? What do I stand for? And as I'm breathing in that I am, that's like a new ingredient. And I'm breathing that into my heart. And it's like all the intensity and all the force, all the power and energy in my heart is now a battery pack that I'm literally plugging in to this I am statement. So as I'm breathing in and I'm feeling the force of my heart, all the energy that's in my heart, I'm going to make my claim. I'm going to own my greatness. I am the greatness of whatever it is. I am the greatness of clarity. I am the greatness of connection. I am the greatness of vulnerability. I am the greatness of the unknown. I don't know. What's yours, right? So I'm breathing that in. I'm plugging the force of the energy into that I am statement. I'm making that I am statement on the level of the force of this energy. And then I start to incorporate my exhale, where I breathe in and I feel it. And then I breathe this force, this nutrition, this energy that I've just created, this fuel that I've just created. And I spread it out, down, back through my circulatory system, down, out through my arms, out through my hands, my fingertips, down my torso. Every inhale, I'm like deepening and thickening and powering up this I am the greatness of. And as I exhale, I'm spreading it out to every cell in my body. And then as I breathe in, after I've given nutrition to every cell in my body, I breathe it out towards the external. What was it that brought me this fear in the first place? What was it that brought me the resistance in this first place? So I'm breathing in this force of I am, and I'm breathing it out and almost like washing over the people in my life, the relationships that I have, the things I want to do, my physical space, my office, my home, my classroom. Energy is limitless. It can go anywhere. It's not limited by time and space. So I'm breathing in the force of this energy and I'm exhaling it out to those moments that are hard, to those situations that feel hard, to the things that maybe feel like they're in my way. Here I am, me. You're welcome. You're welcome, world. I'm standing here with my cape on, with my foot up on the top of the mountain, with my flag in the ground. I am here and I'm not going anywhere. And I want to own that clarity of this is me and here I am at the level of the force of the energy that I have just created, the inner wealth that I have just created. And then that's my homework, to go play with that for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, to just remember that I am. Breathe it in at any minute while I'm brushing my teeth, while I'm in the shower, wherever I am, while I'm laying in bed. Like when the fear comes up, I breathe in the fear and I go, ooh, I feel that fear. Ooh, hello, welcome fear. I feel the intensity of it. And I just breathe that force into my heart and find my I am. I am the greatness of. And sometimes I can claim a greatness outside of myself. Like I am the greatness of commitment, even if I feel like I want to cop out and not be committed. I can breathe the greatness of commitment from outside into me and charge that up with the power of my fear. This is energy and it's here for me, for my undertaking. So I hope that that was practical in some way. I hope that you found some level of your greatness on some level of this work. If you'd like to reach out and do a session with me, I love this work. This is my favorite type of coaching, this inner wealth mentoring. Check me out at mussidiskin.com/coaching. And I would love to go on this journey with you. And ultimately, it's really all inside yourself. So really, you don't need me. Really, you can do it yourself anytime that you want. And pause this recording as you go along. Have a wonderful day. Hey, wait, don't go yet. Take a minute to find the beautiful quality that you have, that you appreciate about yourself.